Hello to all my Scorpios. So today we're going to talk to you about what is going to happen for February 2020 retrograde. In this retrograde, you're going to be experiencing a lot, okay? A lot is going to be happening to you. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be emotional. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be an intense moment for you this time around because the intensity's already turned up so much for the retrograde itself, and you're already such an intense sign, it might overwhelm you. This one actually might be the one that's going to make you feel very much wowed out. Let's start out with what's going to happen. You're going to be experiencing a new emotion this year for February 2020 in the retrograde. You're going to experience a lot with expression for you personally. A lot of expression needs to come to light where your cup has been sitting bubbling over and over and over. When a cup bubbles like this, it can, if it's not been dipped into, or if the water in it has not been able to circulate, it becomes stagnant. And when it becomes stagnant, we have to understand forgiveness. So for you, Scorpio, forgiveness is here. The masculine is or the one that's done you wrong is coming to you for forgiveness. And this is a key moment for you because it's important. Now, when we get down to the reading, your actual last moment of in the retrograde of the last one was talking about the laws of attraction, was talking about in around October, you was starting to feel like you could attract whatever you wanted to. If you wanted success, boom, you got success. If you wanted to attract a car, you got a car. You was learning how to be more into the laws of attraction and into the synchronicity of the cycles. But this year, you have to, for this February 2020 retrograde of Pisces, you're going to become highly nostalgic, and you're thinking about what you didn't attract, or what you actually caused. When you caused pain and you lost everything, pretty much. You lost all that you held, that you held dear to you. And you're just looking at the ruin of it all, but understand that 7 implies perfection. There was a perfect moment there that you missed out an opportunity on, and you're actually becoming nostalgic because the way you handled it was super wrong. And you are beating yourself up internally over it, and you don't want no one to know about this. And you're acting as if it's all fine when it's not. But you also need to understand that for this retrograde moment here, you need to be able to reminisce, forgive, forget, and let it be water underneath the bridge. And you don't want to. I don't think you want to do that for this situation. Because at the root of your issue is family. There's deep family issues in you right now that you don't know how to deal with. And you're pretending like it's all fine when it actually is not. And it's going to come out in an unpredictable manner to where you could do something that you may think is reckless. But you need to understand that Lilith is personally bringing out your wild side, the wild card in you. And you're going to have to roll with your punches because for you, your message this year, or for this retrograde, is patience. And patience is here to tell you that you have to be patient for the things that you want. And you also have to be patient in allowing a process to handle itself. You want this to go through super quick because you don't want to deal with this. You actually don't want to talk about the subject. You think it's pointless because it's a deep hurt for you. And you hate talking about your hurt. So for you, you don't want to deal with this at all. You want to skip this moment and go on to the next one because you'd rather see it the next one. And in doing so, what's happening is it's causing a deep issue with your throat chakra and your expression because you actually have a blockage right now with it. There is actually a big blockage, and there's also a wound in the heart chakra. There's a wound in the heart chakra. There's a deep issue with self-expression because you've actually been lying probably to people over this issue with your family, and you at the same time have also been lying to yourself about what's been going on, and you don't want no one to know about this. You want to keep this to yourself like it's all fine and it's all dandy when it actually isn't. And for you, this is going to be a big issue. Now, How can we move forward in not protecting ourselves? Well, get out of the web of lies. First of all, understand that there's a web of lies in the outcome. It's an illusion all of its own. You're going to pretend to be okay even at the end of this all, but when it's not, and it's just going to lead to a Black Widow moment, where you're going to start lashing out at people, and you're going to become more dark and more manipulative than you ever even imagined, because you just don't know how to deal with this. You don't want to deal with this. You don't know how to deal with this, so you just won't deal with it. Period. And it's going to cause issues because Pisces is here to teach you a lesson, and you refuse. You're going to be refusing in this lesson from the moment it begins to the moment it ends. And the way you can let this not happen is by giving in to the universe and to what it wants to tell you and teach you. That's your method right now. It's giving in to the universe on how you can grow, flourish, and prosper. When we forgive someone, do we just hold it to ourselves, or do we go back to that person and ask for forgiveness? And this is where this is coming to place. You're going to have to understand that you have to say you're sorry sometimes. And that's where things become an issue. Because Scorpio is stubborn and doesn't like to say they're sorry all the time. So that's all I got for you, Scorpio. I hope that Mercury Retrograde can be good for you and you can learn a lot in this lesson. Until next time.